Hello, this is Amir. In this video, we're going to talk about the piece-by-piece strategy. So if you've read the lesson, it's essentially about breaking the passage up into pieces to more easily absorb the passage. Sometimes there are passages where we can easily absorb it and we understand, we can read from beginning to end. And sometimes there are passages that are a little bit more difficult to absorb, and this strategy will come in handy. So I actually took a peek at the first two questions. And if you look at question number one, it says the main purpose of the first paragraph. So in order to answer this question, we need to read lines 1 through 12, which is the first paragraph. And question number 2 asks about line 14. So the first piece I picked was lines 1 through 17, so I could knock out questions 1 and 2. Going on to the next questions, 3 and 4, this is an example of a two-part question. Question 3 asks a question, which of the following can be inferred about Major Talbot? And question 4 asks which choices best provide the answer to the previous question. So an easy thing to do, or a trick for two-part questions, is you can look at the line references for question number 4. So the evidence is going to be, in one of these 4 line references. So 11 through 12, which we've already read, 18 through 21, which is right here, 29 through 30, right over here, and then 37 through 41, which is the last paragraph. So that's why I picked lines 18 through 41 as my next piece, so I could answer questions 3 and 4. Now, you don't necessarily have to do it this way. You can break it up and answer questions however you want. Some other students, I'm going to go back to the previous slide, you can just as easily read lines, if you wanted to read lines 1 all the way through 41 and answer 1, 2, and 3, and 4 all at once, you could do that too. So the beauty of the piece-by-piece strategy is you can kind of divvy it up to your preference. Okay, let's go to the next slide. The next piece I read was lines 42 through 63. And I'd answer questions 5 and 6. You can also answer question 7 right here. Same piece, 42 through 63. And line 7 says, which of the following can be inferred from the 6th paragraph, 51 through 63. So that's encompassed here. And then the last piece is lines 64 through 90. And after we read this, you can answer 8, 9. 8 and 9 is another two-part question. You can see that the lines are encompassed here. And then question number 10. So that's how I broke it up. You don't necessarily have to break it up this way. You can kind of pick your, chunk out the passage however you want. But this is a good strategy, especially with those passages that are harder to absorb. So you can kind of break it down and make it easier to understand.